sometimes it's hard to answer questions because like you want to be able to go deeper with them, which is why I coach women, because I need to know the circumstances. I need to know where your head's at. But just looking at this question, what would be your answer to her? She slid into your DM like, Jeff, I'm going through it with this guy. He doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. What would you say to her?
There'll be a couple of things I'll ask. I'll ask her, what does he contribute to? Does he pay bills? Is he handling bills? Are you upset? If he is handling bills, are you upset because he's just not working and you're going to work? Does he have any other ambition? Is he, an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be? And then I'll ask, did you communicate this with him?
Right.
And, if you haven't communicated with him, I think you should communicate that with him first, and then take steps after that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to make a move based off how you feel, and the other person probably isn't aware, because this man probably was raised in a household where he didn't have to work. So this is something that he was taught and learned, Yeah. So there's a few questions that I'll ask before I would just be like, oh, pack your bags and leave. Now, after you communicate with them and things don't change, then your happiness is everything. And if you're unhappy with that, then I say you should leave.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so I hate that she's like, am I wrong that I want more? No, you're not. If that's the type of relationship you want, then that's the type of relationship you need to have the audacity to believe that you can get and the patience to wait for it. And you have to communicate that. And again, if he's not going to do it, then that's not the guy for you. But I feel like most women stay in relationships like this and ask, like, am I wrong? Or I hate that I'm feeling this way, or what's right, what's not right, is because one, they're scared to be single. Again, the singleness is not a punishment platform. And so they're scared to be single, so they won't bring it up, because if I bring it up, then it's going to cause a fight and then we're going to break up. If you bringing up your feelings is going to break up your relationship, then I argue your relationship was not strong at all, period. And this is something that my guy has to work. I cannot work with, and honestly, I've never lived with a dude who was just a boyfriend. So I've actually never lived with a guy. So my husband will be somebody who is working. And maybe it works for some people where the dad is a stay-at-home dad, especially now with COVID, which is totally fine. But it's about what you want, not about what society wants you to want, what society wants, what Jeff thinks you should have. It's about what is it do you want, And one of the questions that I asked you, Jeff, is how miserable are you willing to be just to be in a relationship, just to say that you got a boyfriend, just to say that you got a girlfriend? How miserable are you willing to be just to be in a relationship?
I don't want to be miserable in a relationship.
Right.
Like, I'm not. It's easier said than done. The way if you put it that way, you don't want to be miserable. But again, like you said, a lot of people end up in these situations and they feel stuck.